Hello everyone, my name is Arya Devdar and this is part 5 of NCERT Class 10th Science, Chapter 1, Chemical Reactions and Equations. Okay, so in the last part we started a topic called types of chemical reactions and we covered 4 types which were combination, decomposition, displacement and double displacement. So these are the main types of chemical reactions which are given in your textbook. In this video, I want to cover 3 more reactions which I feel that are very important for you to learn, and you should have the definitions clear in your mind, definitions and examples of these reactions. So in this video, we are going to see the continuation of types of chemical reactions. So the 3 reactions which we are going to see are exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, and the last one is precipitation reaction. Okay, all 3 are extremely important, especially exothermic and endothermic may come as a differentiate between question. So you have to have your facts cleared. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's start. The first one is exothermic reaction. So what exactly does this word exothermic mean? Thermic or thermal means heat, obviously, right? So thermal, it means heat, thermic. Exo means giving out or releasing. Okay, so exo in layman's language, it means giving out, okay, or releasing. So giving out heat. Exothermic means giving out or releasing heat. So basically, in this type of reaction, heat is released. So in this type of reaction, heat is released, right? And products are formed. Okay, so the general format of this reaction is, for example, A plus B gives C plus heat, C plus D plus whatever, but in the end you have to write this symbol. This symbol is very important. It is delta and it means heat. Okay, so this kind of represents an exothermic reaction. Sometimes there is only one product, sometimes there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products, but there is always this symbol, the delta sign. Okay, it is very important. It indicates that it is an exothermic reaction. It is a reaction in which heat is given out. Okay, so let's see one example here. So CaO plus H2O, we have already seen this in one of the type of reactions. I hope you remember which one. So CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice plus heat. Okay, so see, this heat sign is there. This means this reaction is exothermic in nature. Now this, as I might have told you in the last video, that this reaction is extremely important. CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice plus heat, right? So this is the exothermic reaction. It is also a combination reaction. Okay, so we can say, or it is like, proven that most of the combination reactions are exothermic in nature. We have also written it down where the exothermic reactions have been explained. Okay, so I said most, not all, most of the combination reactions are exothermic in nature. Okay, so this is quite easy to understand, not very difficult. Just make sure that in any reaction, wherever you see the delta sign at the end of the reaction, it is an exothermic reaction. Simple. Okay. So one more, you can say, point of exothermic reactions is that when the reaction is performed, the test tube, or in whatever beaker you are performing the reaction, it becomes hot. The temperature increases, okay, because heat is given out. Okay, so you have to remember this. It can also be a point for your differentiation. Okay, moving on. The next type of reaction is endothermic reaction. Now, endothermic is the exact opposite of exothermic. So, endothermic Thermic again means heat. And endo means retaining or absorbing. Okay, so it means absorbing. So absorbing heat. Endothermic means absorbing heat. So endo and exo. Exo means giving out, endo means absorbing. Just remember this in your mind. So absorbing heat. So in this type of reaction, heat is absorbed or heat is retained. Anyone. Heat is absorbed. Okay, so a basic simple form of this reaction can be A gives out with the help of heat, or A is heated to give. Okay, so we say it like this. So A is heated to give B plus C. Okay, so whenever the delta sign is on the arrow, it is an endothermic reaction. Simple. Whenever the delta sign is on the arrow, it means that it is acting on the reactants. Okay, so it is acting on A. Heat is acting on A to give B and C. Okay, so this is an endothermic reaction. Let's see a quick example. So example, Ca, one of the very common examples, CaCO3 when heated gives CaO plus H2O. Okay, CaCO3 is calcium carbonate. When heated gives calcium oxide plus water, water. So this is a very basic example of endothermic reaction. Again, endothermic reactions, they like whenever endothermic reactions take place, the surrounding area, like if it takes place in a beaker or a test tube, the surrounding area, it will become cool. It will become cool. Why will it become cool? Because the heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed from the surroundings for the reaction to happen, right? So the surrounding area becomes cool. In exothermic reactions, the surrounding area becomes hot due to release of heat. In endothermic reactions, the surrounding area becomes cool due to the absorption of heat. Simple enough. Also, one more factor is that decomposition reactions are endothermic in nature. Most of the decomposition reactions. So most of the combination reactions are exothermic. Most of the decomposition reactions are endothermic. Okay, most, not all, most. So you might remember the FeSO4 reaction or the PbNO3 decomposition reaction. All of those, you might have noticed a delta sign on the arrow. That means they are endothermic in nature. Okay? Moving on, the next type, or the last type I should say, is precipitation reaction. So precipitation comes from the word precipitate, and I have already told you what a precipitate is. It is an insoluble product which is formed. Okay, so what is a precipitation reaction? So a reaction which occurs in aqueous state. A reaction which occurs in the aqueous state. In the aqueous state. Okay, this is very important. It must occur in the aqueous, not in the solid state, not in the liquid state, not in the gas state, aqueous state. Okay, reaction which occurs in aqueous state to give or to form insoluble product is known as precipitation reaction. Insoluble product, or you can also call it a precipitate. Okay, so this can also be called as a precipitate. Okay, simple. So precipitation reactions, the reaction in which a precipitate is formed. This is the most simplest definition, but reaction in which occurs when in the aqueous state to form insoluble product. It is the proper definition. Okay, precipitation reaction. Most of the double displacement reactions are precipitation reactions because a precipitate is formed. I'll give you two examples here quickly. Okay, so example. The first one, both of these you have not seen before, so they are new. CuSO4 plus NaOH gives CuOH twice, copper hydroxide, plus Na2SO4. Na2SO4. So here this is aqueous. This is the precipitate. So it should have a down arrow, precipitate, PPT. and this is also aqueous. So copper sulfate reacts with sodium hydroxide to give copper hydroxide plus sodium sulfate. Simple. Okay, so here precipitate is formed, insoluble product is formed, hence it is a precipitation reaction. Okay. A second example is CuSO4 plus H2S gives again a new reaction, CuS precipitate plus H2SO4. Again, aqueous, aqueous, precipitate and aqueous. Okay. So copper sulfate reacts with hydrogen sulfide. This is hydrogen sulfide. Okay. Sorry. Copper sulfate reacts with hydrogen sulfide to give copper sulfide and sulfuric acid or hydrogen sulfate, whatever. Okay. So that's it for now. So in this video, we studied 3 types of reactions which are also important. So we have exothermic, endothermic, and precipitation reactions. So that ends the discussion for now. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.